In early 1956, this huge plant on a 3,700-acre site was in full operation, months ahead of schedule and hundreds of millions of dollars under estimates. A significant contribution to our national defense program.
There were 3 plants built in the country for uranium enrichment via gaseous diffusion. The first one was Oak Ridge as part of the Manhattan Project. Okay, and then there was a plant built in Paducah. The one in Oak Ridge was getting outdated, and so they built this one to take the place of the operation in Oak Ridge.
The Aser project comes from the annual site environmental report, and it's a very technical document. It's about 400 pages long. It is put out by the Department of Energy. If you are, I would say, not science savvy, it may be a little bit of a hard read.
If we're not being able to communicate to people at a high school level from a technical perspective, then we're not doing our job.
If you're not in a STEM-related field, probably the last time that you had science enrichment was when you were in high school. Who better than people who are actually learning and have the same knowledge currently that could present that information so that it's relatable to the most people.
The A plant's right in our backyard, and there's a lot of questions and a lot of concerns that maybe people don't really understand. Then the community kind of spreads those rumors, but having more young people understand what's actually going on at the A plant, we can spread our knowledge, kind of get rid of those rumors.
They took this 400-page technical document and they summarize it. They make it a little bit more for the average person to be able to read and understand what's going on.
At the beginning of the year, she told us that we had to do this, and we were all like freaked out because we were like, oh, this is gonna be so much work, but it really wasn't that bad.
When they went to Lake Hope, one of the things they talked about was environmental remediation. We actually had presenters who brought hands-on activities, what they absolutely loved.
One time a presenter came and he brought like samples of fish, and we were testing them for PCBs, and if they were infected, they turned pink.
During the field trips, it's hands-on and stuff like that. It's really nice to just go out and see what they're doing.
These presenters, these scientists, these researchers, they showed them exactly what they do every day. Not just me talking about this is what you could do, right? After we learn all this chemistry, so.
It's not just looking at a presentation, and you actually go out in the field, like we put on the waders and went in the water and like actually watch them get the fish.
Hey, so the younger generation is the future generation, right? So there's a tag team in here somewhere. Somebody else is gonna have to step up and carry the baton. I think it's important that we set the stage and offer as much as we can to the next generation, and we're fortunate enough to be able to offer that locally. And so to the extent we can, grow and recruit and retain local talent, then we should.
At the end of every year, we have an awards banquet. They give out awards to everyone for doing a good job. I thought that was kind of a great way to close out the end of the year.
It was really interesting to see like all the different jobs that we can have and still stay home, like where we grew up.
It also helps the local education system, and it gives us an independent vetting, that we do our job right. So I say, you want to know what the site impacts of the environment are, don't ask me, go ask the local high school kids.
We come from a very small area, and sometimes you get knocked for that. But I think students saw something and learned through the Aser project that what's going on here, what they are doing on a national level is important. It's not just important in Piketon, Ohio, or Pike County, Ohio, or in the state of Ohio, nationwide. It's on a national level.